Philip Glenister, who plays David Murdoch in Prey, joins me now. It is so good to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Very good to see you. Not at all. This was kind of written with you in mind, wasn't it?
Allegedly.
Yes.
Apparently so, yeah. Chris Lunt, who wrote Prey, and he was a bit of a Life on Mars fan. So obviously John did the first Prey.
That's right, of course,
and
John
then they approached
Sim,
me with the second one. So he's working his way through
everybody.
on Keeley Hall's next, Prey 3. Watch this space.
So did John Sim know that you were going to take over? Was that all okay?
Yeah, because we had lunch. I'd been offered it, asked to do it. And then I had lunch with John, and I just sort of brought it up, and he said, yeah, because he said there's nowhere for my character to go, really.
Right.
It's sort of gone full circle. So the link, really, through the whole series is Rosie Cavaliero's character, which is great, Susan Reinhardt. So she's the real lead and the real sort of skeleton of holding the whole thing together. I blame Liam Neeson for all this action stuff. Men in their 50s suddenly...
It's good.
Jumping around off things. I mean, that was the thing about... We were filming in Blackpool. I think at 2 we moved to Blackpool. And they made me sort of jump off this wall, which was quite high, actually, onto this sort of whatever it was. And anyway, so I sort of, well, I've got to be cool about this, and, you know. So I sort of swung myself around and grabbed the thing and just slid. Just slid down, you know that thing, like, burnt the hand.
Oh,
and I got the ball, I was like, ow! And they said, we need to go again. I was like, do you? So I did it again and managed to look vaguely cool.
Oh, no, you always look cool. You always look cool.
But you know that thing where you just slide?
Yeah, it's horrible.
This is not a good look.
No, and then
you look around and see the crew laughing.
But you love what you do. That's what I like about you. And you've been to America, haven't you?
Yeah, I just got back last week.
How did that go?
It was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only thing... I love the Americans. They can't make a cup of tea. No. And they eat too much cheese. They have cheese with everything. OK. So...
they do? They put cheese on chicken sandwiches?
I say, can I have a cup of tea? No cheese.
No cheese.
You know.
All the cheese.
And it was unbelievable, but it was great, and they were great. But the other thing is they don't know when to stop working.
Right.
You know, there's this word called rap. That's a rap at the end of the day. Yeah. And the Americans don't, they just keep going. So I kept I just started becoming Michael Caine on set and said, they said, we need to go again and again. And I'd be like, no, it's in the rushes. Look at the rushes. It's all there. The eyes are there. You've got it. And I passed this on to all the Americans. And then Reggie Cathay, who plays one of the characters, is in House of Cards. Ooh. So he shot up to Baltimore to start filming, and he starts doing this. It's in the rushes, man. It's in the rushes.
It's in the rushes.
It's Kevin Spacey. So Kevin Spacey's going around, well, it's in the rushes, man.
So it's fine. You don't have
I passed it. It's a legacy I'm passing on.
Well, I think that's wonderful that you've passed on that legacy.
Absolutely.
I would have loved to, though, in this scene, you and John Sim together again, because...
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure it'll happen.
I mean, I know you've worked together after Life in Mars, obviously, but that was such a that was such a brilliant series. He was such a great character. What do you think it was about him that people just really loved the fact that he just...
I think at the time, what was it? We shot that about 2005, and there was such
a... Is it 10 years ago?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it terrifying?
Jeez, that is terrifying.
And I think there was, at that time, there was that feeling of the nanny state and the political correctness thing had come in, and everybody felt very sort of stifled and couldn't say anything without it sort of being the wrong thing. And suddenly this guy comes along on TV and just says it how it is. And it was meant to be quite a dinosaur character. Yeah. And it was that moment of that... I remember the first scene when he grabs hold of Tyler and says, you know, this is my domain, you know, you're walking into my... I'm having oops. It's almost dinner time, I'm having oops. It was that little moment, and suddenly everyone was like, who's this guy?
I know, and it worked really, really well.
Great.
I'd love to see more of him. I really would. Probably we can't, unless it goes a way back.
Oh, they'll probably do a remake in about 2 years. Somebody else.
No, they can't have somebody else doing that.
Absolutely.
You are the one and only Gene Hunt. There can't be anybody else doing that. Absolutely not. Listen, you are fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in. And I'm really enjoying Prey. It's very good.
Thank you.
It's proper. It's on Wednesdays.
Wednesday, 9 o'clock, ITV.
Wednesday, 9 o'clock, ITV.
Great.
Thank you
very
much.
Pleasure.